One of the topics that we've covered a lot in our marketing class has been product, whether it be improving product, creating new product, or just finding some way to market your product more effectively. One of my favorite brands that I go to often, probably more often than I should, is McDonald's. McDonald's is obviously a huge American consumer staple, and it is also a huge global brand as well, with locations on pretty much every continent besides Antarctica, and I'm pretty sure they would expand there if they could. Now, although McDonald's is this huge global brand with people knowing all about it, there's still some ways that they could either improve their product or create new product to better their business and better their business's relationship with customer. Two specific business recommendations that I would give McDonald's in terms of product, in terms of either improving their product or creating a new product, is to create new vegan/vegetarian menu options for people who either don't eat meat or don't eat animal products, and to either create or improve their McDonald's app in terms of having people receive personalized recommendations and the ability to review the McDonald's location that they just went to. Obviously, McDonald's primary food offerings are in meat, chicken, fish, pretty much anything that a vegetarian or vegan can't eat. Although they've had healthier menu options in the past, especially after the backlash that they received to the documentary Super Size Me, currently they don't really have a ton of vegetarian/vegan menu options, or really just menu options for people looking for a healthier alternative. In contrast, a company like Burger King a couple of years ago implemented their Impossible Whoppers, which is a vegan-based plant option for their burger that gained a lot of popularity upon its offering. I think McDonald's doing something similar to an Impossible Whopper, but for their own brand, so either like an Impossible Big Mac or a Beyond Beef Big Mac, would be a really good idea for a couple reasons. One, it gives people that are vegetarian or vegan a new menu option, so it gives them more incentive to go there. And two, they can market it as a healthier alternative than a lot of their current menu items. Although, like I said earlier, they received a lot of backlash to the documentary Super Size Me that specifically focused on how unhealthy their food was. At the time, their response was one, getting rid of the supersize option, and two, implementing more healthier menu options like wraps and other stuff. But currently, none of those healthier options that they introduced after the Supersize Me fiasco are currently on the menu, and it seems like once all the negative press backlash died down into regards in terms of their unhealthy food options, McDonald's decided it wasn't worth pursuing anymore because it was either costing them more money than they were making, or they just felt like it wasn't worth it in terms of getting more positive PR. So I think introducing these menu options are good because it gives people who are vegan and vegetarian, which are on the rise in terms of younger people who identify more as vegan and vegetarian, a menu option that makes McDonald's feel like they're actually updating their menu options and are listening into consumer insights, and it gives people who just want a healthier alternative at McDonald's item that they can buy. The second business recommendation that I would give to McDonald's in terms of improving their product or creating a new product is either creating a new app that lets people get personalized recommendations for their McDonald's food options and lets them leave reviews on the McDonald's that they go to, or improving their current app to let people do those things. I use the McDonald's app a lot in terms of either ordering food or in terms of getting into the McDonald's, signing into my app, and getting points or loyalty discounts in terms of my food offerings. I find it a really good option because it lets me order before I get there, so I get there and I receive my food, and I can get discounts and deals in terms of the food that I'm buying, so it doesn't cost nearly as much. However, the two things that I really wish that the app would have would be personalized recommendations and the ability to leave reviews. Although McDonald's will remember your previous orders and will recommend you reorder those things, they don't really say, hey, we see that you ordered this quarter pounder with cheese, only ketchup with medium fries and medium shake. This time we think you should actually do a Big Mac or chicken nuggets with large fries, and instead of a chocolate shake, let's have you try a McFlurry. I think that giving customers personalized recommendations based off of their past orders would be good because one, it makes customers feel like the app is more engaged with them, and two, it makes it so that consumers feel like there's more of an incentive to keep coming back and using the app because they could see, all right, what are they going to recommend for me this time that I can try instead of just ordering the same thing over and over again until I get sick of it. The second big recommendation or change that I would make to either creating a new app or improving their current app is the ability to leave reviews. One of the things that personally bugs me a lot about the McDonald's app is there's been some experiences where I've ordered food or gotten something in store and they've either just completely messed up my order and I get somebody else's, or I end up going to the option where you can park your car and then they'll bring your food to you, except they'll take like 20 to 30 minutes to get your food to you. And at that point, it would have just been easier to go up to the counter and order and get it in 10 minutes. And although you have the option to review locations on something like Yelp, Google reviews, or more, I don't think for the most part McDonald's is just skimming through thousands of Google reviews or Yelp reviews to see how each location is doing. I think giving customers the ability to review locations on the app is not only good for consumers, but for McDonald's as well. It's good for the consumer because it gives them an avenue to vent and hopefully feel like their frustrations are being heard in terms of having better experiences in the future. But it's also good for McDonald's because they can then centralize the data that they receive and see, okay, what are the major trends we're seeing, not only with this specific store that's getting reviewed, but all of our stores in general. Having that information go to McDonald's directly would be helpful because then they would be able to aggregate that data and see, okay, so this location is doing very bad in terms of pickup delivery times or messing up people's orders. We need to get in contact with whoever's running the store and say, hey, this is what you guys need to work on that we're seeing customers complaining about often. I think giving customers the ability to review locations not only helps the consumers get better experiences, but it also gives McDonald's the opportunity to provide better experiences. These are just two of the personal business recommendations in terms of product that I think McDonald's would benefit greatly from in terms of if they were to implement them, both for consumers and for McDonald's themselves.